the fridge actually work? How do you quickly cool down a warm bottle of drink? And how did I make these amazing ice slushies? Stay tuned and let's find out. So, the first gadget we're going to look at today is this USB desktop fridge. I removed all of the packaging, and we've got this really cool looking mini refrigerator. It's powered with a USB plug, and the switch has two settings. Looking closer at the bottom of the fridge, there's air vents around the base and a fan inside. Open the door, there's a metal plate at the bottom for your drink to stand on. So the fan blows air against the base plate and that's supposed to cool down your drink. It's pretty much the perfect size for a regular can, so let's test it out. I plugged it into the USB port on my computer, turned on the switch, and I could hear the fan starting up. For this experiment, I'm going to take 2 cans of Coke, one which I'm putting inside the fridge, and one which I'm leaving outside so we can see the temperature difference between them. I'm going to leave it for an hour and we'll come back later to see how well it's worked. In the meantime, I want to show you this cool gadget. It's a manually operated ice shaver. I've never used one before, so I thought we should test it out. Opening it up, it comes with this ice cube tray, pretty standard thing. And here's the ice shaver. The top part comes off and we've got this sturdy feeling catch tank underneath. It's got a rubber ring around the outside so it grips the work surface. Taking a look at the top section, we've got these blades on the bottom which rotate as we turn the handle. And it has a plunger at the top which we can remove and see the blades. And to try it out, we first need to make some ice. I'm using the tray that came with the kit. And after a couple of hours, I had 15 nice cold cubes. So, to use this shaver, we remove the plunger and fill the top up with ice. Unfortunately, it's only big enough to fit 2 cubes each side of the centre plate, but we can always add more later. Next, we need to place the plunger back on top and keep a little bit of downwards pressure applied whilst we rotate the handle. And straight away, we start making ice shavings. Keep turning the handle, and it doesn't take long to shave all 4 of the ice cubes. It's actually really cool, and it feels like we're making snow. Once the plunger is all the way down and we've pushed all the ice cubes through, we can remove the top and let's see what we've got. Wow, check it out, it's like amazing ice crystals. It's gotta be said, that's pretty cool, huh? And we're going to use these to make a delicious ice slushy drink. The quickest way to turn this into a slushy is to just fill your glass up, then pour over some flavoured cordial. But I'll show you my quick and simple recipe to make delicious fresh fruit slushies. Start by taking a wedge of watermelon, remove the fruit, and slice it up. Add it into a jug because we'll be blending it into a drink. Next I'm using this gadget to remove the stalks from strawberries, and adding 5 to the jug. Then I'm removing the stalks from a cherry, and using a glass bottle and a chopstick to push out the pit. It's a really cool life hack, and it works well. Add a handful of cherries into the jug, and I'm using a hand blender to mix it all into a drink. Next I'm taking a mango, chopping along each side of the pit, and we can either use a large spoon to remove the fruit from the peel, or we can slide it over the edge of a drinking glass, like this. Cut any extra fruit that you can off the pit, then add a little water to the jug, and give it a good blend too. We've now made delicious mango flavoured puree and a summer fruits. Next I'm half filling these 2 glasses with some ice shavings, then pour over some of our puree. I'm doing 1 of each flavour. Top the glass up with some more shaved ice, then pour over the contrasting juice, so we've got red over yellow and yellow over red. Serve it with a drinking straw so you can swirl it together and mix it in. Our delicious natural fruit slushies, the perfect summer drink. What do you do if you've got a warm bottle that you want to cool down quickly so you can drink it soon? You probably don't want to add ice because it'll dilute it. So let's have a look at these beer chilling sticks. We open up the box and see these 2 long stainless steel probe looking things. They're actually filled with some liquid and you can hear it when I give it a shake. And the idea is to keep them in the freezer. I'm opening up a drink that's not been in the fridge, and I'm using this digital food thermometer to take a temperature reading. It gives us a resting temperature of 21.7 degrees C, which is 71.1 degrees Fahrenheit. When we take these chill sticks out of the freezer, you can see straight away that they develop a cold frost of condensation on the outside, and I'm pushing one straight down into the bottle. Okay, so the first thing I notice is the displacement instantly pushes out some drink. So to make sure we don't waste any more, I'm pouring some out into a glass, then inserting the cooler again. It fits nicely in, and let's see how well it works. So what's really cool about these chill sticks is there's actually a hole in the top which allows you to drink your drink while it's inside the bottle cooling. There's a rubber seal around the top, so it seals onto the bottle. After a few minutes, I insert the thermometer through these holes into the drink to take another reading. And amazingly, it's dropped the temperature down to 14.9 degrees C. That's 58.8 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a big temperature drop, and it does feel nice and cold now. You can either drink it straight through the chill stick, or pour it into a glass. And what's amazing is if we measure the temperature of the chill stick now, it comes out at 13.5 degrees C, so it will continue to cool down the drink. That's pretty cool, huh? The obvious way to cool down drinks is with ice cubes, and I'm going to try out these two huge ice cube trays. Let's start with this one. We peel back the top, and it's cleverly moulded so they fit nicely together. There's holes in the top for us to fill up with water. It's a really clever design. And this cubes tray comes with a peel-off lid, which will make it easier to transport to the freezer when it's full of water. So I filled it up, placed over the cover, and I also filled up the spheres mould. Then I put them both into the freezer and left them overnight. Let's take a look at how they've come out. I peel back the lid on the cubes and pop one out. Well, that would certainly keep a drink or a jug of water cool for a long time. And if we look at the spheres, you can see it's expanded out through the hole at the top a little, which we can snap off. Then I open up the mould. Some stick in the bottom and some in the top. And when I remove one, we've got these really cool large ice balls. I was hoping for it to be clear rather than cloudy, so if you've got any tips on how to make clear ice, do let me know in the comments. But let's see how it looks in a glass of water. They really are big, and they do look great, but it would be much cooler to freeze in some pieces of fruit. For the next one, I'm slicing up some lemon and lime, and putting them in the mould. The next one, I'm adding a whole large strawberry. The next one, I'm adding a slice of strawberry and some kiwi. To peel this, I sliced off the top and bottom, then use a spoon and run it around in between the fruit and the peel to remove it from the skin. I can then slice it up and add it to the mould. And for this one, I'm slicing up some cucumber, and I'm also adding a sprig of fresh mint. In the last two, I'm going to be adding something different. I placed on the other half of the mould, and it's ready to fill up. So I poured some water into each compartment, but in the others, I'm filling up one with my homemade summer fruit juice, and the other with orange juice. Then they're ready to freeze. So let's see how they've turned out. Well, the watermelon juice ball looks amazing. I'm adding mine to a glass of lemonade with a slice of lemon, and over time it slowly dissolves, so it keeps your drink cool and adds more flavour. The same for the orange juice ball. Putting this in a glass of water, you can see the flavour dissolves off and mixes in. So here's the cucumber and mint ball. It's not come out badly, and it certainly adds something interesting to the drink. The strawberry and kiwi one is pretty cool too. You can definitely see what it is. Here's the lemon and lime one. It's a bit cloudy really, and I think it may have been better if I hadn't chopped the slices in half. And finally, here's the giant strawberry. This one's come out really well. It looks really cool. So now it's time to see how well our USB fridge worked. I open up the room temperature can first, and when I measure the temperature, it sat at 21.9 degrees C. That's 71.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Now let's remove the can from the fridge. It's been in here little over an hour, and it does feel cold. Checking the temperature here, and the thermometer drops instantly to 12.8 degrees C. That's 55 degrees Fahrenheit. That's amazing, and you can see the difference as I switch between cans. It definitely has cooled it down. And looking inside the fridge, we can see condensation all over the metal base plate. To see just how cold it is, I sat the thermometer probe on here, and it drops down to 10.5 degrees C, which is 50.9 degrees Fahrenheit. That's really quite amazing, and certainly pretty cool, huh? But one thing I did notice was the top of the drink feels a lot warmer than the bottom, which I was able to prove with a thermometer by raising and lowering it through the drink. The top of the drink was a lot warmer at 17.4 degrees C. If you'd like to see some more interesting drinks gadgets or kitchen gadgets, you can click on the links. Have fun, stay safe, and as